Hello and welcome to Tips and Tricks. I'm Debbie Nelson with Together SC, and we're here for another episode of Tips and Tricks. This is a great opportunity for you to learn from our consultants. And today I have the great pleasure of introducing a new member of our consultant collaborative, my friend Miriam Dicks with 180 Management Group. Welcome, Miriam.
Well, thank you. Hope you're doing well today.
I am, and I just want you to share just a little bit about your business.
Well, I am the owner of 180 Management Group, which is a boutique operations consulting firm in Greenville, South Carolina. And we specialize in helping organizations to become more efficient and effective so that they can carry out their mission and vision.
Well, great. Well, the question we have for you is around operations, and it's around that really tricky subject of technology. I bet you get a lot of questions about that.
I do.
And I think particularly in our sector, we are always challenged with the implementation of new technology. So do you have some things that you would recommend, some tips and tricks about how we can ensure that we have successful implementation of new technology in our organizations?
That is a great question, and I wish more people would ask. If you've ever gone to the store to buy, like, let's say a new smartphone, and you go and you get that smartphone because it has all these bells and whistles, and you're like, I could do so many things with it. And then when you get home, you're only using the call feature or you're taking pictures. It's like a waste of all this great technology that you could have taken advantage of, and you've paid for it. And now you can't really use it. Well, that's what it's like to implement new technology in your organization, but it doesn't go so well. And all you use is maybe one or two features of something that can really make the difference in how your organization runs. And so those organizations that implement technology well are actually doing some things on the front end before they ever get the technology in hand or in their organization. They're using 3 strategies that I call strategies for implementation that they put in place prior to actually starting to use that technology. And those strategies fall in 3 key areas. So you want to have a people strategy, you want to have a process strategy, and you want to have a planning strategy. In your people strategy, you want to make sure that people who are going to use that system on the day-to-day basis, like your front office staff members, people who are on the front lines, who are serving your clients, or serving your customers, or serving your donors, that those people are involved in the selection process, because we know people can be your greatest assets, but they can also be your greatest headaches. And so you want to minimize the opportunity for people not to have buy-in for that particular technology. So before you ever get that technology, make sure that you have people who are on your selection team who are going to use that particular technology all the time, right? Because it creates buy-in and creates ownership. The second strategy that you want to employ as you're looking at this new technology is a process strategy. You want to take the time to write down how your processes work in your organization, because it's going to allow you to ask better questions, more thorough questions of the vendor before you ever get that software or that technology in your organization. So take the time to write out that process, write out what you want the technology to be able to do so that you can have better questions and you can get better answers from your vendor, so that that technology that you get is specific, works specific to your organization. And another strategy, a third strategy, is a planning strategy. And this planning strategy is about 2 questions. It's about knowing, is this a good time? And do we have the right support? And when you're thinking about whether or not this is a good time, you're thinking about whether or not you have too many competing priorities. You don't want to have a new system implementation, a new technology implementation in the midst of 3 or 4 other initiatives that are just as important, because something is going to fall or not be done very well. And so, is this the right time? And then secondly, do I have the right support? Is there someone in leadership at a high level who's going to champion this effort? Because at the end of the day, when priorities start to compete, you need someone who says, it's okay, we need to do this first, or we need to do this anyway, because that champion is going to make sure that project is seen to the end and not be put on the back burner. So those are the 3 strategies that you want to have in place before you ever select and begin to implement a new technology, a people strategy, include the right people, a process strategy, make sure you know where your gaps are, where your opportunities are for technology to be used, and then a planning strategy. Make sure it's the right time and that you have a champion.
Oh, that is fantastic. And I love the three Ps. I love anything with alliteration. So that's great. And I can totally relate because just yesterday I was looking into a new phone and and I was thinking about all those things that you just shared. So is it the right time for me? I guess it's a good question.
Right, right.
Well,
I have a phone. I need a new phone as well. So I'm doing the same thing. Like, is this the right time? Because if I get this new phone and I can't operate it and I have 50 to 11,000 different projects going on, what's going to happen?
exactly. So good
So,
timing on
yeah,
your tips and tricks. Thank you so much for sharing that, Miriam.
you're
I'm
welcome.
excited because I get the pleasure of also working with you on a brand new peer network for operations, and I know we're going to have many more opportunities to talk, and you're going to have many opportunities to work with a lot of our members. So I thank you for that. I thank you for today's tips and tricks about new technology, and I will share your contact information with those watching this tips and tricks. If you have questions for Miriam, if you want to engage her in some work with your organization, we will provide you with that information. And I thank all of you for joining us. Have a great day. And thank you again, Miriam. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.